Hey everyone, and welcome to The Test. I don't know anything about this game, but I did watch Markiplier play it. I saw him release the YouTube video like earlier today as of live streaming this. So I really wanted to, and it looked fun. It looked fun. So I wanted to play it. I like watched like the first like minute of him explaining it, and it's like a sort of test, a series of different types of questions that you have to answer. And it's supposed to help you figure out who you are, I guess, and what you're about. I don't know. But let's go. Now, in order to begin, this is the most important part of this entire experience. You will be asked a series of questions and you must answer them honestly. Yeah, okay. I guess I didn't have to explain it. The game would have done it perfectly. Now, when I say answer them honestly, I don't mean answer them how you'd like to answer them. Answer them with truth, even if that's hard to face. We all want to be good people. We rarely want to admit our faults, grievances, or mistakes. But you must decide what you truly want. Do you want this to work properly? Do you want the truth about yourself, your destiny in this world? Or do you rather live a lie just to hide from yourself? Damn, this is pretty deep for a group of developers just making a silly RPG Maker game, eh? I guess it's more than that, or it's trying to be. So I'm with it. I'm like right behind it. I'm buckled in. The process is very simple in theory. Just answer a long series of questions. What's difficult is self-analyzing your own psyche to evaluate the truths in your own mind and life so that you can predict your future. Interesting. You see, as long as you're honest with these questions and answers, you'll be able to see your own future here. This will tell you things you already know, but don't necessarily know that you know. Okay, sounds complex. As long as the answers you provide to the questions asked are 100% honest and true, this process will simply unlock a part of your mind that you do not have natural access to. Ooh, this isn't psychic. This isn't a personality test. This is simply nature. Interesting. This is you. This is your own mind. This is simply nature taking its course. This is the human brain at work unlocking hidden truths within itself. While attempting to answer many of these questions, you'll often wonder things like, well, this answer depends on the circumstances. Create your own circumstances in your mind and answer the questions with a simple yes or no as you see fit. You may not understand nor realize it, but your mind will develop the situation required to answer your question the way it needs to be answered. Interesting. That's really cool. I invite you to grab a drink of water, sit back, relax, and enjoy the experience. We are about to begin with a series of questions, and provided that you're a willing participant, we will be unlocking some substantial information today. Here we go. I wonder if the developer keeps all these playthroughs and he's like, this is a good test on the human brain. This is handy. Would you be alright with living alone forever? No. Do you like the color blue more than the color black? Yes. If you had money on the street and knew who it belonged to, would you give it back to them? The fact I'm hesitating so long, I guess I'll just be honest. No, fuck it, free money, right? It's like right there on the floor, dude. What am I gonna do? Not pick it up and not like, like, if it's a lot of money though, then sure. Are you sure you want the answers you seek? Cause like, come on, like people have like bills to pay. Are you sure you want the answers you seek? What does that mean? Like, oh hey, you're like, is the game telling us, hey, you're about to get a really bad prediction? So are you sure you want this? Yeah, fuck it, man. That's why I'm playing the game. Are you afraid of spiders? Yes. If you knew you would emerge unscathed, would you jump into molten lava? If you knew you would emerge unscathed, what does that mean? If you knew, like, just like, I'm invincible, I'm Superman, made out of steel, can never be hurt by this lava. Yeah. Yeah, sure, I would. Would you consider yourself to be fat? No. If anything, I want to be more fat. Would you say that you have lots of charisma? No. Noops, I pressed yes. I did not mean to do that at all. I have the charisma of a snail. Have you ever wished you could be temporarily frozen? Yeah, yeah, like that's a form of time travel, eh? I think everybody wishes that. Anyone watch Futurama? Futurama, that's basically it. This is all very interesting. Thank you. I have no idea what the point of it is, though. Apparently, you're not a psychic, but you're about to give me a prediction into my future. Ooh. Did you realize that the last letter of the previous questions, when put together, spell the name Satan? Oh, no, I did not, sir. No, I wasn't paying attention to that. Does that make you uncomfortable? No, just, not really. Doesn't really do anything for me. Are you good at finding hidden puzzles or clues? Nope, not in the slightest. I'm as dense as a fucking meatloaf. Are you now wondering what other hidden messages are placed within these questions? If anyone's paying attention to that, then by all means, point it out. But as for me right now, I don't notice anything. Have you been entirely honest with your answers thus far? Yeah, try to. Are you afraid of the consequences for answering questions dishonestly? Not really, no. You're a game, dude. Were you aware that there could be potential consequences for answering dishonestly? No, I really didn't. Are you wondering how these questions began to take a strange turn? Yeah, after the Satan thing, it kind of broke all expectations I had of this game, so yeah. Is it a horror game? Would you consider yourself captivated? I don't know, would you guys consider it? Sure, I'm hooked. Very interesting. Would you consider yourself to be brave? No. Do you view yourself as someone with above average intelligence? Well, the fact that I couldn't even say intelligence without saying that, without messing it up, then I'd say no. Below average. Proof is in the pudding. Have you been looking for hidden messages in these questions? No, just sort of what you talked to me about. That's taking it as surface value. Are you wondering which hidden messages you may have missed? Not really, no. I'm sure you would have told me if it was important. Have you begun to wonder how long this test will take or how many questions exist in this session? Nah. Honestly, no. However many questions it takes, I'm right there with you. Would you consider yourself to be a patient person? Obviously, no. I'm really not. But I do realize it's bad to be impatient, so, that's something I gotta work on. But I guess realizing what your problems are and actually working towards fixing them are completely two separate things. Has anyone watched that TV show, BoJack Horseman? It's a stupid fucking TV show. But it's like, that's the whole epidemic, or situation that he's in. It's like, he knows that what he's doing, I'm a piece of shit. But then, that's completely separate from, I'm a piece of shit, but I need to work on it, Like, simply addressing the issue doesn't really do anything. So, would you consider yourself to be a patient person? No, I'm not. And I'm working on it. Do most humans annoy you? No, I'd say everyone's pretty individual. Never really know what you're gonna get. It's bad to have that preference. Do you prefer animals to people? No. People are pretty cool and complex. It's nice the thoughts that they could have and how deep it could go, and the insane conversations you can have with another person. And how long they can go on for, depending if you really dig them or not. Cats, specifically, I feed them, I water them, I cuddle with them, when I'm in the snuggly mood. And then he just sort of chills out and he looks at me, He fucking pisses everywhere. And he hits me if I pet him too much. So he's an asshole at that, I think he's trying to mark his territory. So no, I don't prefer cats to people, or any animal for that instance. Do you believe in magic? I believe in spirituality. So magic is a no. It's weird, eh? Very weird how in someone's mind magic is so absurd and it's something that's only happening in Harry Potter. But when you talk about spirituality and like, medicines and like the Cree and First Nations and all that, they're like, oh yeah, no, that's completely believable. It's I'm not a smart enough person to understand it, but it's just what I believe in, man. Sorry. I believe in spirituality, but I don't believe in magic. Do you believe in magic? No. Do you believe in God or an existence of some form of higher power? Yeah. Uh, my family calls him the creator, but yes. Do you fear death? Yes. Yes, I'd say I do. It's human nature to fear death. Are you attracted to someone whom you're not currently in a relationship with? No. No. It's weird. With COVID going on, I kind of don't know anybody, like IRL. So, yeah, no, I don't really have a don't have a crush. Never really got the opportunity, Don't really you don't really run into most people in quarantine. Uh, did you answer that last question with 100% honesty? Yes, I did, and I feel comfortable with it. Are you alone? Yes, I am. Are you sure? Let me look over my shoulder. Okay. Right shoulder is clear. Let me check over the left. Okay, left shoulder is clear. Maybe there's woogie boogie spirits about. If I told you with utmost certainty that there's something watching you, would you believe me? No, no. You're like I established. You're a video game, so maybe somebody's watching me in the darkness of this video game. Maybe. Have you wondered who I am? Yeah, I have. Have you had shivers at any point during this session? No, I'm sorry. Sorry, weird bird hat dude, or plague doctor, but I don't. Did you feel like you're being watched? By you, yeah, but no. Have you considered quitting the session early? Nope. Do you drink water every day? No, I don't. It's really unhealthy. I drink Pepsi like it's water. Do you eat at least once per day every day? Yeah, I'd say I do. Do you realize that you've missed 7 hidden messages thus far? No, I did not. Fuck. I'm really curious now. The fact that it's beating, like, okay, how should I word this? The fact that it's beating this hidden message over my head, like all these hidden messages, it feels like it's just trying to like really like pound into my head, like, hey, look out for hidden messages. Did you realize? No. Do you realize that you just missed another one? God damn it, dude. Okay, I'm leaning forward. Fuck you, game. Do you realize that you just missed another one? No. Are you wondering what they were? Yes, I really am. Would it bother you to never know without finding them yourself? Would it bother you to never know? No, it wouldn't bother me that much. I'm sorry. Not that invested so far. Is your favorite number 7? No. Life is short, but it's the longest thing we'll ever do. Do you agree? Yes. Yes, I do. How very philosophical of you, game. Oranges cannot be compared to apples. Do you agree? Yes. Oranges are juicy, sweet, and soft, and delicious. What are apples? I guess people like the crunch. Alright. Venus is sometimes referred to as the morning star. Do you know that? Yes, I did. Weird little facts that this game is throwing at me. Feels like I'm playing a game show right now. Like, what's Jeopardy? Everyone deserves a second chance. Do you agree? Yes. Yes, I think I do. A second one. You can do anything you put your mind to. Yes, I do believe that. If you really want to go for something, then yes. It's going to be really fucking difficult, but, everything's supposed to be difficult in life. That's how you know it's worth living. And that's how you get that earned feeling. Obedience is more important than freedom. Do you agree? Oh, shit. That's a really good question because like it's putting the narrative like that this is for all humans, like it's asking you about all humans. So I believe like obedience in all humans is important because without it, there would be no structure and there would be no law and order. That's why and no democracy really, because if there's no obedience, then everybody would just be going haywire. You're abiding by the laws every single day without realizing it. Every single time some freak or insane person second guesses himself, that's obedience. He's abiding by the law, you know. He's like, "Oh wait, no, never mind. Maybe I won't do it. I don't want to get caught, you know." But freedom, that's like life right there. Freedom is like you got the freedom to choose. You get the freedom to live the way you want. Okay, I'm overthinking this, I think. But how do I... Obedience is more important than freedom. No, it is not. Is it? Obedience is more important than freedom. Yes, it is. No, it isn't. No, it's not. Obedience is not more important than freedom. Do you agree? No, I don't. Because freedom is so important that I guess it's asking me if it's more important, not like one or the other. You know, you can only have one. I'm overthinking this. I've hit a roadblock, guys. No, it's not. Underwater adventures sound like a fun time. Do you agree? No. The first thing I thought of was Mario, those underwater missions. I fucking hated those growing up. I really hated how slow it moved and how it didn't respond right away. You know, like I moved left and then it would slowly move left. I fucking hated that. So, like that's the first thing I thought about. And I guess like throughout my whole life, that's what I've always thought. Underwater. Subnautica is a fun game though. I've played like the first hour of that. That's fun. And the Halo underwater missions in Halo are pretty fun. I like those ones. Those are classic. Damn, dude. No, fuck that. Explore other planets if you want adventure. Explore this planet on the land. I realize that we didn't explore a lot of our ocean, so hopefully that changes at some point. You know, after this video comes out, maybe something happens to the ocean. We learn more about it. That'd be great. I'd love that. Just for something to happen, you know. Life feels so mundane nowadays. I mean, there's a little sick coffee cough going around, but besides that, it's just so mundane and boring and daily, you know. It'd be nice for some big thing to happen. Like, hey, we found this thing in the water, or hey, we found this out about the ocean. That's great. Did you realize that the first letters of the previous 8 questions spelled the phrase "I love you"? No. Do you wish to be loved? Yes. Do you have any addictions? Yes. Damn. This game's calling me out. I don't feel comfortable pressing yes because I haven't even addressed it myself. I mean, I have cigarettes and THC. And if you're one of those people that say, "Oh, it's not addictive. It's not habit forming," you know, I'm a genius because I smoke it every day, and I have a bias because I smoke it every day. You're a fucking dumbass, and you need to look in the mirror and actually think about how it's affecting you. All right. I say that with 100% severity and honesty because I was one of those people. I still am, but I can afford it now. Oh shit, that's horrible. Do you dislike the color pink? No, it's a calming color. Salmon pink? Fuck yeah. Sunsets? Dude, that just made me think about a nice pink sunset. Oh man, I miss those. I want to go to the country again sometime. by a campfire and watching the sunset. Beautiful. Does the color gray seem depressing? Yes. Yes, it very much does. It's literally the absence of color. I hate it. Do you enjoy loud music? No, I actually don't. I used to when I was a teenager, but now in my early 20s, I really don't like it. It's not great. I find myself lowering it, like even by myself, even if I think it's because I live with my family and I've always have up until now, you know. So I've always had to keep an eye out for the volume and keep it at a just sound, normal, like not too loud volume because of my family, like my brothers and all that, and yeah. So I guess it's just sort of stuck with me, It's just sort of what I learned. Like anything above what I've listened to up until now is just it's loud, but I do enjoy it sometimes. I don't know why I went off on that giant tangent if I was just going to say yes. I guess it was twos. I guess I was thinking more about like what volume I listen to music at and not whether or not I enjoy it. All these past questions have just been due, by the way. I've noticed that. Give me a moment, I'm taking a drink. So I guess if they're anything other than do you, then I should start writing them down or making a mental note. Like, oh, that was an A. Well, I guess I should be focusing on the end as well. That's an E. Do you like to dance? No, I'm really bad at it and I look like Jack Skellington. Would you consider yourself normal? No. Normal is boring. I don't like normal. Weird is where it's at. Imagine if everyone was normal in your life. God, imagine how boring that would be. You know? Everybody just watching the same shit and doing all that. No, being different and weird. That's actually interesting. Give me a moment. I'm sorry I was burpy because I'm drinking soda and I need my mic. I don't think I think I unmuted too soon and you guys accidentally heard that. I'm sorry. Like I said, I drink Pepsi like it's water. Sue me. Do you love your parents? Yeah, I love my ma. She's great. Don't know where the other one is, but the one I do have, she's pretty great. Have you ever been lied to? Oh yeah, without a doubt. Probably by her. She is an avid liar. She taught me everything I know about lying. Do you get angry often? Yes, I also got that from her. She's kind and she taught me everything I know and she's the nicest lady I'll ever meet. Great cook. Great stews and soups. But by God does she lie and beat the fuck out of no, she doesn't get physical. Not anymore. No, like maybe a long time ago. But now it's just a lot of yelling. You know how moms are. I'm sure one viewer knows what I'm talking about and can relate to me. Do you hold grudges? Uh, there's a stupid fucking saying that I heard in high school by a teacher. You know how they give those cheesy quotes? Holding a grudge is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. So I've really been trying not to hold grudges. And it's really difficult, dude. It's not easy to not hold grudges, but holy fuck, is it. Like, I realize, like, when I'm doing it, like, this fucking. Like, my brother, he pissed all over the toilet, so. I'm like, stupid motherfucker, god damn it, fucking probably drunk or something, fucking stupid dumbass. Probably just fucking half asleep and not even cleaning up after himself. And then I catch myself, I'm like, oh wait, hold up. I I'm being a piece of shit right now. He's probably not even worrying about me right now. He probably fucking forgot about it. He's probably doing something else right now. Probably moved on and here I am fucking thinking about it like and held up on it. So no, I really try not to hold grudges because it's annoying when I realize that I am holding a grudge. It's like I could be doing something else. And I know that the other person isn't thinking about me. So like why should I be worrying about it so much? Give me one. I'm going to take a toke out of my pen. I unmuted my mic just to tell you guys that I am also going to take this moment to check my stream and see if everything's all dandy. So give me a moment. Thank you. Blah 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 blah. Okay, yeah, it's capturing. Cool. My mic audio might actually be a little too loud. I noticed it peeking up there into the orange a little bit. But I guess for a game where I'm talking and there's not much other audio, then it shouldn't matter that much, right? It's not like there's people talking in cutscenes in this game. Have you ever forgiven someone? I don't remember such a specific question. I mean, I'm sure all of us probably have, but like I'm actually trying to remember an instance where I have. Oh yeah, I'm the youngest of five other brothers, six in total. One's in prison. Uh, but I am the youngest and the second youngest. He sold my Xbox controller. That this was like this year, I think. He sold my Xbox controller that I lent him. That I I gave it to him to borrow, and I was like, here, with the intention that he would give it back to me. And I guess he just wanted to pawn it for some easy cash, you know, 'cause hey, free money, right? I didn't say to give it back to me, so I guess that's my bad, but it's still a piece of shit thing for him to do, you know. But then, after the back and forth, he was like sorry, and I was like, I forgive you, and we moved on. So that's pretty cool. So yes, I have. He bought me another one, by the way. I was like, like I'm down a controller, man. He bought me another one. I should have ended the story with that. I was kind of focused on moving on to the next question here. H. Have you ever lied? Yes. And it's a really toxic trait. Do you think flowers are more beautiful than trees? Excuse me. Shit. Yeah, I do because there's color to them. No, actually, trees, now that I think about it, trees last way longer and, like, they're more real than flowers, if that makes sense. I know it's a weird way to word it, but what I mean is, like, flowers are artificial, you know? Like, they're just there for the moment. They'll die eventually, but trees, there's a beauty in how long they survive for, you know? Have you ever wanted to be an animal instead of a person? Yeah, I think we all have at some point. That's not that much of a heavy question. Yeah, you know, being a cat, like being able to climb like that, or be a monkey. Do you believe you have psychic powers? No, but I'm sure we all watched Jedi and tried to move stuff with our mind at some point. At least people who watch Star Wars. Do you believe you have psychic powers? Have you ever seen a ghost? Yes, as a kid. It's a very faint memory, but none as an adult. Do you dream often? I guess, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not going to get through this game that quickly anyway, so it doesn't seem like I am anyway. Markiplier's video was like 40 minutes long. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I'm getting off track. The reason I'm stopping here is because of the ghost question. And I said I don't think I'm going to get through this game that quickly because I wanted to just tell a story and add some backstory to that answer. When I say as a kid, my family believes that children, since they're just been born, you know, they're closer to God, and so they're more susceptible to paranormal activity. Yeah, just like the movie. Check it out. So yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense to me at least, and why I saw a. It was me, my the second youngest brother, and my ma, right? Everyone else was out, and we were just coming back from the store. You know, it was a nice evening. The sun was setting. Everything was yellow. It was summer. It was very beautiful out. We had a nice time out, and we just came back from the store to end it all off. We came from the back alley just because that's the direction we came from. Don't worry about it. And my ma, she didn't want to go all the way around to the front because we had a bunch of stairs. It was a huge staircase in the front of the house. So she didn't want to go through all the stairs carrying all those bags. So she sent me and the second youngest, my brother, to go open the door. So we went around to the front to open the door. And this is the side of the house where the sun was setting. So as we opened the door, the entire hallway just filled up with this yellow light, right? And at the end of the hallway, there's an L, or it takes a left turn, and it makes a sort of an L shaped, if that makes sense. So at one side of the L, at the bottom of the L, there's the doorway, right? And that's uh, the bottom of it, and then to a left turn, and then that's the top of the L. So we went towards the back of the house uh, through the hallway, and as soon as we looked left down the hallway, it was a giant. Our fucking. Listen, let me tell you something. All right, let me tell you about how tall our hallway was. It was like 7 feet tall, like 7.5 almost. I'm exaggerating, but as a kid, everything was taller. Okay, everything was so gigantic. It felt huge. All right, and I trust me when I say I still remember to this day seeing a all black figure at the end of the hallway, head reaching to the fucking top of the hallway, looking directly at us. And as soon as as me and my little brother or my brother saw that, and we're little kids at the time, eh? So as soon as we see that, we fucking scream. We scream our little asses off, and we start crying. Right? At first it was a scream, then we started crying and bawling. Uh, So our mother, our poor ma, she hears this and she drops the bags and runs around and runs, right? Runs around. And she's a big lady, so the fact that she ran around the house when she didn't feel like carrying bags up the staircase a few moments ago was is crazy, right? Because she thought we were fighting, right? Two kids like yelling and then crying and screaming. Yeah, she thought we got in a fight again, brother rivalry. So she came around and she just sees these two kids. As soon as she came up the staircase and like went through the front door, she just saw two dumb kids in the corner of our hallway. You know where the corner of the L is? She just saw us like on the floor there, just crying our asses off, like sitting down there. And that was terrified. It was so real, dude. Honestly, like I don't know how to word it, but I did. Okay, no, I do know how to word it. It had a face, but I couldn't make it out, if that makes sense. It was all black, right? I couldn't make out the eyes or like its mouth or anything like that of its facial features, but I could tell it has a face and it was looking at us, which was a very creepy feeling to feel as a kid from this thing. And that was the only like time that like for sure 100%. Like if it wasn't for that, I would have thought like people who talked about spirits, even my own family, I would have thought, hey, they're crazy, they're cockadoo. But no, that's like happened to me, and I believe it to this day. So take it as you want. I just wanted to go off on a little tangent. I just thought it was interesting because that was like the one instance where I 100% knew like something paranormal happened. Like that was negative. There were positive moments where I was like in a down moment in my life and some shit was going on, and my at this point in my life, my mushroom and my grandmother and grandfather passed away. So I was like, at this point, I didn't have them, and I was like really down over something, really sad, and really at a down point in my life. And then I felt them. It was a night. It was another sunset. Everything was yellow, and I was in the same house, by the way. Uh, I lived in that same house for a long time, man. Throughout my whole like a large majority of my life. And I was sitting there and I was down and I was just looking at the sunset in front, like directly in front of me. I was sitting in the like on the stairwell in the front door, and I was thinking about some shit, and then I guess I just was like, hey, are you there? And then I felt really nice and positive. And if you're not a believer, this sounds idiotic, but to somebody who does believe in this shit, it it was nice. It was a nice feeling to the thought that these two people that passed away, these two kind, caring family members, were still in some way looking out for me, you know? So you can call me an idiot. Actually, don't. That'd be very disrespectful, and you'd be a dickhead. Nobody likes an asshole. But you could say like, hey, yeah, that's what you respect, or that's what you believe in, and I'll respect that. But I don't. But hey, cool story. Neat story. Uh, anyway, I thought it was. And that was actually a very personal story. Those two. So thank you guys for bearing through them. Do you dream often? No. THC actually it stops dreaming. I only times I ever stopped or I dreamed was when I came out of a like a binge. You know what I mean? Like where I just smoked day in, day out, day in, day out, day in, day out, and then what do they call that? A tolerance break? No, let's be honest. Tolerance break is just when you run out of weed. All right. So yeah, the only times I ever dreamed in was when I sobered up and I was on a break. Those were when my dreams like fucking went crazy. The dreams you have after like not smoking after a while, they are insanely vivid and very real. And I still remember some of them. One like just now while I'm talking about it, like some of them I'm remembering. So yeah, do you dream often? No, I don't though. But thank you for bringing up some cool memories. Do you have nightmares often? No, I can't remember the last time I had a nightmare. Uh, do you suffer from anxiety attacks? I don't want to be one of those fucking prancy little millennials and Gen Zers that fucking self-diagnose every little thing, you know, like, oh, I feel I feel self-conscious and I feel socially awkward right now. I'm having an anxiety attack, you know, like one of those dickheads. By the way, if you're one of those people, if you didn't actually get diagnosed by a doctor, I just want you to know that in the nicest way possible, you're a piece of shit and you're a little fairy fuck and you need to actually go to a doctor if you think you're diagnosed with something, all right? All right. Cool. Thank you. That was a bit personal, but you know, it's what I believe in. So go suck a dick. Uh, do you suffer from anxiety attacks? No, no, but I do feel socially awkward at times, and like everybody's, especially like first starting out smoking. You know how like people like had like anxiety attacks, where you just like feel like everybody's watching you or something. Tweak. I think that's the word. Yeah, I tweaked out one time. And I had an anxiety attack. Well, not an anxiety attack. I just felt really anxious at the moment. Let's say that. Yeah, I don't want to self-diagnose myself. So, yeah, I feel very anxious at times, and I like my mind goes to the worst case scenario, like something as simple, like always growing up as a kid, like if my mom went out to the store and she didn't get back on time, I'd be like, well, she's dead. I'm gonna have to worry about myself. Should I call the police? I want to call the police really bad right now. Like I'm fidgeting. I shake my leg a lot when I'm sitting down. But do you suffer from anxiety attacks? No, just a little shaky leg and thinking my mom's dead when I was a kid. Do you suffer from depression? Self-diagnosed. There was a moment where I was pretty down in my life, but no, I didn't actually get diagnosed with depression. Actually, wait, no, I did when I was in elementary, but uh, yeah, it was over. I was just a dramatic kid, all right. I was just a little pansy kid. I toughened up. It was just regular bullying, you know. You know how kids are assholes. So yeah, I suffered a little sadness over that. Do you exercise often and stay active? I try to because I got a gym membership. They're really cheap in Canada. They're like less than $10. So they're really good. Yes, I do because it's important. I'm trying to get into the military. So that's in my life, but they don't hire twigs, the military. So if I want to survive through basic training, I have to bulk up and get bigger. Would you consider yourself emotionally wounded? It's a very weird question, but I'm behind it. I'm gonna try and understand it. Emotionally wounded, so like traumatic shit has happened to you. Without going into too much detail, yeah, there were moments. Have you ever felt betrayed? Yes, yeah. High school drama, this is not that big of an issue. At the moment, when you're like a high school student, you're going through drama, that's like the biggest deal for you, and it's like the biggest problem. Uh, but looking back on it, it's not that big of an issue. Just, what am I trying to get at here? Oh yeah, really quickly. The reason I brought that up is because have you ever felt betrayed? Yeah, my best friend throughout all of ninth grade, all the way to 12, like throughout all of high school, he he got with my ex-girlfriend at the time, who was like a very serious relationship. I like dated her for over a year, which is like for high school. I was like, damn. I had a high school relationship that lasted over a year. That's crazy. What commitment for a teenager, you know, looking back. Because let's be honest, dating at that moment, the only reason you date is to figure out who you are and how you react in those situations, you know, and what you're about. Then when you date as an adult, that's when shit gets serious. Which I haven't stepped into the adult dating world at all. It seems scary. I've dated as a teenager, and now I guess I'm just sort of in that middle period where I just don't date. And then I'll be dating as a adult, which is scary to think about. What will I be doing? Will I be hitting chicks up at the bar like, hey, nice hair. Do you like bread? God, no, man. That was cringe. I'm sorry. I'll never do that again. Yeah. So yeah, big betrayal. You know, it was a big issue for me at the time. You know, being a kid and like getting his best friend dating, finding out that they're dating the ex that they dated over a year. You know, crazy. Give me a moment. I'm gonna mute my mic here for a moment and take another hit. I'm back. I'm still not done. I'm still not continuing playing the game. I just felt like why would I keep my mic unmuted for so long, you know? Especially during a live stream. If I'm doing other shit, then why not just leave my mic on and the stream can hear me, you know? That way they're not just watching a blank screen say, "Do you ever feel lost in life?" That's very ominous and depressing, you know? So might as well just leave my mic on, eh? And for YouTube, I'm just gonna upload the whole stream as is. Just cause for live streams, that is easiest. Alright? Takes a fucking long time to upload and process, though. Oh, and convert and edit. Actually, editing is the slowest time it takes for live streams because all you really gotta do is trim off the intro and then the end. Then boom, you have a live stream video for YouTube. My Metro series that I'm making, it's first-person shooter, apocalyptic sort of game, and it's really fun. It's like in the apocalypse after the bombs fell and all that in Moscow, I believe. But the reason I'm bringing that up is because for that series, I'm actually making for YouTube, and that one I have to edit for. So I have to get better at cuts and all that, and transitions. You guys could probably hear that. I'm very sorry. That was probably really gross. I couldn't press my I had to burp a second time. I'm sorry. Let's continue. I couldn't press my mute key in time. Yeah. Do you ever feel lost in life? Yes. We call that straying from the trail. Would you consider yourself a natural leader? No. No, I would not. Why? Because just it's I only care about people I care about. Like if I don't care about the people, then I'm just gonna be like, oh, fucking figure it out yourselves. So no, not a natural leader. Natural leader is like they rise to the occasion, you know? Like their group is like the group they're a part of is like facing trouble and like they rise to the occasion. They're like they band everyone together. Nah. At least that's how it is in the movies. The Book of Boba Fett, if anyone's watching that. That's it's a Star Wars show, but it's not like anything else. Not like all the other ones, you know. It actually has a pretty decent story and it follows a character like that. God damn. Excuse me. Let me adjust my mic there. Thank you. If you could push a button and destroy the world, would you press it? Why would I do that? Oh, that one's a silly question. That one's a silly one. Do you sometimes dream of being a hero? Yeah, it's very egotistical. I'm going to admit it's like I have a huge ego for doing that, but I'm going to admit I'm not proud of it. I do sometimes think of myself as like a main character in a story, and it's really fucking stupid, and I'm really embarrassed. But yeah, I wonder what that says about me, huh? I guess we're about to find out later. Do you sometimes dream of being a hero? Yes. Uh, Honestly, no. Fuck, it, I'm gonna own it. Hey, we all, at least, at least guys, you know. You know, I don't know how it is for girls because I ain't one, but for guys, come on, like you like pretended to like put a like blanket over your fucking neck, and, like as a cape, and like use the like broom as a lightsaber and pretend you're like a hero or like Anakin Skywalker. You know, it's natural, all right. We all pretended. Fuck it, it's just something we held on to. Also, it's if adults do it, it still kind of shows you have a huge ego. I need to stop it. Have you ever been bullied? Yeah, I just brought it up in elementary school. I had no backbone back then. Have you ever been? Oh, I guess I got bullied in high school too, but I kind of dealt with that as soon as it came out. What I mean is, there's this one other kid. He was bald for some reason. He looked like Caillou, uh, and he just he was the kind of kid that like our high school guy that like bragged about his shoes and how expensive they were and his jacket. Hey yo, I got these fucking Adidas Air Force or like fucking Air Force Ones or Nikes or whatever the fuck sneakerheads are into. All right, I don't know anything of that. He was like one of those. All right, he was a sneakerhead. And he was like, I got one of these for like $500, and I'm like, cool. You wasted $500, and he didn't like that one bit. Yeah, like, and I was like fucking, I was like a twiggy little skeleton, like glasses wearing, fucking pale looking motherfucker, like nerdy kid. So imagine some like twig looking motherfucker saying that to your face. Oh, such a smart ass. It's amazing he didn't beat me. Oh, we were in a classroom at that moment. I was gonna say I'm surprised he didn't fucking right in the nose, but no, we were in a classroom. And then there's this one other time where no, that was like the first instance where I like knew he was going to be a problem. I was like, great, if I run into him again, he's going to fucking be annoying. I thought to myself, I wouldn't say that to him. So then it was gym period, right? Gym class, and we all just finished getting changed. It was at the end of gym class, all right? We all finished changing back into our regular clothes, and then Everybody else was, I was a slow changer, I guess. I don't know. I didn't think about how empty it was up until now, talking about it. But it was, everybody else was gone. So it was just me, finishing up getting changed, and then him and his buddy, right, Ollie. All right, and just a little preface: me and Ollie, we went to elementary together, and this guy didn't. So me and Ollie were like this, crossing my fingers. All right, we were like this. All right, Ollie was my Goomba. All right, me and him, we were fucking close in elementary. All right, so I he starts ripping on me, you know, like being a loud ass motherfucker, like how they normally are in high school, like really, really fucking loud and annoying. So I'm like, all right, whatever, fuck it, let's just move on. I just want to go do this now. So I finished up, and then I left the locker room, and I started walking down the hallway, and the left the locker room and started following me out of it. So as soon as I saw that, I noticed that. I was like, well, I got scared. I was like, all right, well, this is fucking shit. This is an empty hallway. It's completely empty and really long. Like even if I fucking like, even if someone went down, it'd be a while before somebody could get to me. And it's empty as fuck. And there's doors on either side of the hallway. This is a closed hallway, by the way. So if there was a loud ruckus, nobody could hear. It was just a long closed hallway. It was really weird. So yeah. Uh, what ended up happening was I just dropped my bag. They were yelling on after me, by the way. I didn't just end up dropping my bag and they were like talking to themselves and they were just falling behind me, minding their own business. No, they were yelling on after me and like fucking insulting me and all this shit. So eventually I just got sick of it. I dropped my bag. Like I quickly just like flooped my bag off. And then I turned around quickly and I just fucking power walked like a mom. I power walked with authority over to them, and then I looked at Ali and I was like, Ali, or no, I was like, you got a fucking problem? I was like, Ali, are you like, do you got like, are you with them? I like nodded my head towards the loud motherfucker, and Ali was like, he shook his head. He didn't say anything. He just shook his head wide-eyed like a fish, and then I was like, all right, get out of here. And then Ali took off. So I was like, all right, sweet. I don't have to worry about Ali. I was like, I knew I didn't have to worry about Ali. All right, me and Ali were like this. So now it was just me and this guy in an empty hallway. And I was like, so what the fuck is your problem, dude? And then he was like, huh. I don't know, like what's that thing when they like point their chin up? Like they flick their chin up, like they point with their chin, like huh, and they puff their chest out. That's what we ended up doing. Like two dumbass little boys, like fucking having a compare the dick size competition. So that's what we ended up doing. And then I just, I don't know why I did this, but it ended up with me just grabbing him by like the shirt cuffs, like right where his shoulders are, like you know where a backpack strap would be. I grabbed him right there on his shirt, and I just started fucking shaking him. Started shaking the fuck out of him. You know, I just kept shaking him as hard as I could, and then he did the same thing. Like, I'm surprised he didn't throw a punch. He had free hands. All right, both my hands were occupied. So we're just two dumbass little kids fucking shaking the fuck out of each other. It was so stupid. And that was in high school. Yeah, it was really stupid. So I didn't know how to fight at the time, and that was the only other time outside of elementary that I got bullied. And that's what I mean when I say I just sort of dealt with it then. He didn't really bother me at all after then. Because we ended up, I guess I should finish, I didn't finish up the story. A teacher ended up opening the door at the wrong time as soon as we started shaking the fuck out of each other, and that's all he saw. So he just booked it. This teacher booked it down the hallway and grabbed the both of us by our collar and pulled us apart and just dragged us to the principal's office. Could have got suspended, but I didn't. I was a good kid with glasses, you know, and you know that stood for something. I looked like a smart kid. I knew my privilege. So yeah, I was like, yeah, no, nothing's gonna come of this. And he's like, are you sure? And I was like, I trust you. Or like that's what he said to me. And yeah, we apologized, and then that was it. Oh, I could use the mouse as well. Let's continue here. Sorry, I keep going off track. Have you ever been bullied by someone else? Oh, that's why I went off track, is because I guess it's not really going off track. Would you consider yourself to be a dreamer? Okay, that's W. Would you consider yourself to be a dreamer? Yes. Do you sometimes WD? Never mind. That's not a word. Do you sometimes hurt people's feelings unintentionally? All the time. I'm fucking clumsy and I'm unintelligent, so I say things that I just don't think about. Like I'm like, wait, what? What did? Wait, what did you think I meant? Is a common saying. I'm like, well, no, I know what I meant when I said that, but what did you think I meant? I didn't mean that. I didn't mean it as an insult. I just meant this. Yeah, and it really sucks. Do you find space fascinating? Oh yeah, dude. 100%. So calm too. I mean, at least when you just observe it. I'd love to just fucking go to the like space station. I wouldn't want to live there. I have too many responsibilities down here, and people counting on me to just up and leave. But I'd love to just go to the space station, just look, you know, or what's that called? A telescope, like a Hubble telescope. That would be really cool. I think space is really, really, really neat. Yes, I do. And the fact that there's other life out there, no matter how advanced it is, you know, it's life, and it's out there. That's also really fascinating. Would you consider yourself to be an artist? No. I'm as artistic as a wooden plank. I date artists a lot, though. Every single ex, like now that I'm thinking about it, every single ex I've had was a artist of some point, or of some kind. Like whether it was watercolor, sketch, or stencil and like actual paint or sculptures. It was always an artist of some kind. I wonder what that says about me. Would you consider yourself to be a good friend? I try to be. I really, really do try because I know how a bad friend is, and I don't want to be that to somebody. Would you consider yourself to be flawed? Yes, yes, I would. We all have our own flaws, some more than others. I have a lot. Do you believe in perfection? No, I don't. Nothing is perfect. Have you ever stolen from someone? Yes. Yes, I have. Listen, alright? They're not always gigantic things, and they're not always from someone. They're sometimes from a store, okay? And it's not always on purpose or intentionally. What I mean is, when I was a kid, right? And even sometimes as an adult, I would put something on in the clothing aisle at Walmart or something, you know, and I would take the tag off and I would give it to my mom, or my mom would say like, "Give it here, I'll just pay for it at the cashier. You can wear it out, right?" And so I'd be like, "Oh, okay, okay, ma." And I don't know why I sound like Mickey Mouse there. Don't worry about it. So I gave it to her, and then she just would forget, and then she would pull it out on the bus ride home or something, or when we got home, and she'd like make a surprise face, like, "Oh, I forgot to pay," and I'm like, sometimes, like after a few times, after like the seventh time it happened, I'm like, let's be honest here. All right, it's just me and you. Do you do it intentionally, like, or do you really forget? Like I call bullshit. I call bullshit that you forget that many times. Anyway, have you ever stolen from someone? Yes, I've stolen. Like, yeah, I've stolen. As a kid, as an adult. Uh, what's this say? Would you ever kill someone under any circumstances? Damn, dude. It sounded like I was about to say, damn, Daniel. Damn, dude. That's really fucked up. That's okay. For anyone who believes in the higher power, I don't know if this is the same with you, and even if you don't, I guess just being a basic human being, you don't have to be a believer. But the reason I say being a believer specifically, if you believe in anything like that, is because I know with Christians, taking a life is like not good, but for my family, like we believe, my family's Cree, by the way, Plants Cree. We believe that because like all life is God created, right? And killing that, it's like disrespecting God Himself and His gift to us. So that's like, boom, you're getting sent straight to hell if you do that. But like, what if my ma is being chased by the Chainsaw Massacre guy, What then? And I have an M16. Like, am I not going to pull the trigger a bunch of times and like pour gasoline on him and like set a match? Of course I'm going to do it. That's life, but I'm going to do it. So hopefully the arbiter in purgatory, judges me fairly. Let's pray for that. If you had one day to live, would you tell anyone? No. No, I wouldn't, because I wouldn't want everybody to be in a big commotion. I'd want to see everybody act as they would normally one last time before I couldn't anymore. Just just to really take it all in. And I guess knowing it's going to be the last time you really see them is sort of a gift in a way, sort of a blessing, because then you won't take anything for granted. You won't take every breath for granted. You won't take them for granted. You won't take a single moment for granted. You will appreciate every single moment for what it is before before you can't anymore. So no, I wanna live with my family one last day, as they are. Have you ever told your darkest secrets to someone? Damn, dude. All right, what are my darkest secrets? Let me just think through that. And then if some are like okay, then maybe I'll say them. I'm sure there's one that's not that good or like not horrible. Mm, yeah, yeah, yeah. I have. My mom, bless her heart, I confide in her all the time. I don't know if people are the same, but that's just the case for me. I did something like really fucked up in a past relationship. It was the first real relationship that I was in, so I was a really toxic piece of shit. And looking back, I know what I did wrong, and I'm working on it. Uh, but at the time, I was really ignorant and really stupid and really, really angry, like easily angered and impatient. So I let the temper get the better of me all the time, and I would just yell constantly like a madman, like an absolute lunatic to my significant other. Almost like every week, it felt like not a week I went by without absolutely flipping shit over something. And it's something that I really, really need to work on. And I've been getting better. I have been a lot more calm, and it's honestly something that I haven't even. Is it weird that to say that I haven't even thought about my temper for a while up until now? Like your darkest secrets to somebody. Like this question made me think about it. Just because I've just been doing my own thing, and every time I got mad, like I said, I catch myself sometimes. Like if I do something that's like stupid, I try my hardest to catch myself and work around it. It doesn't always work out. Sometimes I still continue to be an idiot, but it's good. I've been good. And the reason I bring this up is because the darkest secret I've told was to my mom was I would just yell like a madman, and it was horrible. And she is so smart. Like if you ever need advice, go talk to somebody you really trust that you think is really smart. Just because that advice is so invaluable when you're down or when you're like you're ignorant and you don't know what you're doing wrong. In my case, or what you were doing wrong. So she just like told me as it is. She was like, "Listen, you're fucking mad all the time. You got it from me." It's a devil. It's this demon in our family line. All right, it's in all of us, and sadly, it's in you. It got in you too. So, and then ever since I heard that, I've just been trying to like just fucking fight it and like push it out, with all my strength, just fucking absolutely with all my strength, just push it out of there. But sometimes it just like fucking kicks me as hard as it can and it knocks me back and I lose it. So yeah, that relationship obviously ended, and I believe she got pregnant. Last I heard. So I dodged a bullet, if you ask me. Look at me telling you about that. What an interesting tangent I went off on. But oh yeah, she was just one of those like high school pregnancy things. So after we ended, that's what happened. So last I heard, that's what happened anyway. From people. Have you ever told your darkest secrets to someone? No, I didn't. No, not me. No, not me. She got with somebody else, right? She got with somebody else, and it didn't work out with us, right? So she moved on, and she was messing around, unprotected, and those two got together, and I'm sure they're going to start a beautiful family. I'm sure if it was mine, she would be on my ass a lot quicker. That's too much responsibility, man. No, too much responsibility for me, man. I like playing video games. uh, Shit, I'm still doing assignments, man. Good thing I got out while I did. Oh shit, that's funny. Have you ever told your darkest secrets to somebody? Yeah, yeah. Angrier than a motherfucker. Working on it. Do you trust me even though you know nothing about me? You're not really a person to me, so no, I don't. Do you know who I am? No, I don't. Are you the developer? If I appeared behind you right now, would you scream? Uh, no, I wouldn't. Why? Because you just told me. And I'm looking behind me expecting to see a fucking 8 foot tall pixelated beast with a fucking plague doctor hat. But nothing. The only reason I wouldn't scream is because he told me, alright? If you told me what you're going to do beforehand, there's no way I would scream. If I told you that I've been behind you this entire time, would that scare you? No, not really. Would you consider yourself to be empathetic? Yes, I think all young people are. It's something that you lose with age. You just stop. The things you care about get smaller and smaller as you get older. But when you're younger, you kind of worry about everything like, oh, I hope all dogs everywhere are okay. That was a Louis C.K. Bit, I believe. I'm not that quick-witted. Would you consider yourself to be empathetic? Yeah, I'd say I am. I care about everybody in my family. I care about them a lot, and if something went wrong, I'd worry. Would you consider yourself to be romantic? Yes. One Valentine's Day, I got a nice little teddy bear, a big, fluffy white teddy bear holding a heart, right? And it was beautiful. It was the cutest little thing ever, right? And a gift bag with some of that scrapping paper, chocolates, uh, just the whole shebang. And I gave it to her, right there in the school. It was in the school. I'm sorry, I'm cringe. But right there in the lunchroom, nobody was there. Okay, all right. I didn't make sure. I made sure that I wasn't making a giant spectacle. Only our group of friends were there, and we were all chill with each other. But as far as like the entire lunchroom, no, nobody was there. It was just us, and we were taking a break. I think we were ditching at the time. I don't know. It was either that or class was just starting, and everybody already left. But yeah, I gave her that, and all the girls in the group went aw, and it was really sweet. So yes, I am. Oh, and I also do things for holidays. Like I bought wine glasses, even though we were not that old. I think wine is for old people only, really, mainly. But we had wine that night. It was great. It was for Halloween. We played games and did stupid kid shit like that. Even though we were like, she was in her 20s, I was still in high school at the time, I think. She was in high school too, but she was held back a grade. She was just way older than me. Have you ever been in a physical fight? Uh, have you ever been in a physical fight? Yes, I got robbed one time. Only once. Only once. All right. I live in a pretty sketchy part of the city where I live, and it. Uh, damn, this was actually in the same relationship. That same girl I was talking about, that same ex. This was. I got robbed the night that I asked her out. Or no, she asked me out. We didn't ask each other out. We just said, "Hey, let's date." It was weird. Uh, because my best friend at the time liked her, and then she liked me. So then we just started talking about him. Like, yeah, he likes you. And then she was like, "Oh, but I like you." And I was like, "Oh, well, that's crazy." Because I had a choice in that moment, all right, and I was kind of selfish, and that relationship lasted a year. So no, I don't regret it. Have you ever been in a physical fight? Yeah, that night I asked. We started dating. I walked back from McDonald's. Such a stupid place to start dating. Walked back from McDonald's. It was night out this time, and it was winter, so it was snow everywhere, and I slipped. Right, I fell hard, man. I fell hard. I fell on my ass, and I just started limping and groaning. And then this couple down the sidewalk who was walking my direction saw me, right? Slip. So then they saw me limping and they were like, "Oh, are you all right?" And then that's what got me on the radar. That's what made them think, "Oh, hey, let's focus on this guy," you know. That's what made me stick out from everyone else. I slipped and they saw it. I was limping, and then they stopped me and asked for a cigarette. By the way, if anyone asks you to, or like stops you, or tries to stop you on the road, and it's a sketchy area, don't ever fucking do it. Don't stop. Just if they ask you, "Hey, what's the time?" Just say, "Don't know," and keep going. All right. If they ask you for a smoke, just say, "Don't smoke." Keep going. All right. But my dumbass, I was like 17 at the time. I I kind of hmm, how should I say this? Kind of got punched and got a knife pulled on me, a switchblade. Yeah, it wasn't great. I kind of lost my train of thought if it wasn't entirely possible. So yeah, that was my only physical fight. Was when I started dating that one of my exes, and I walked back from McDonald's. It was late one night. It was a sketchy area. Fucking couple. You know, as soon as they stopped me, the guy asked, "Do you have a cigarette?" I stopped, and I just gave him a cigarette. And then they started asking, "Do you want drugs?" And I was like, nope. Or no, first they asked, "Do you have any money?" And I was like, "Nope." "Do you want drugs?" And I was like, "Nope." Then they asked, "Do you have a phone?" And as soon as he asked, "Do you have a phone?" that's when he pulled out the switchblade and flicked it open. And I was like, shit, I should have stayed in bed this morning. So yeah, I could have gotten a little poke there, and it would have hurt quite a bit, and I would have been leaking like a balloon. But I didn't. What ended up happening was when he asked me, "Do you have a phone?" and pulled out the knife, I said no, and he said, "Well, what are these connected to then?" And he pulled out my earbuds. Like these are back to the time when uh, they had wires in them. Now I own wireless Bluetooth. I think everybody does, but yeah, these had wires in them. So he pulled those out, and then he pulled the phone out by the earbuds, right? And that was in my jacket pocket. I had like this inside pocket, right where my like titties are, you know, like so like if you pull open like the coat, you could like stuff in like the titty pocket, if that makes sense, right? So I had it in my titty pocket, and he pulled out via the earbuds. And as soon as he did that, he asked, "Do you have a password for this?" And I was like, "Shit, no, I don't." And he was like, "Give me the rest of your cigarettes." So I gave him the rest of the cigarettes, and he had my phone at this time and the earbuds. And for some reason, dude, I don't know why this is so stupid, but as soon as he reached for my bag, just the fucking, he said, "Hey, that's a nice bag," and he reached for it, and I guess because I thought like, hey, that has all my assignments in it. I worked hard on those. All right, that has my binder in it. It didn't have anything valuable in it. It just had my schoolwork and my textbooks. And it was a nice fucking bag, dude. So as soon as he reached for that, I just decked him. I don't know. I don't care that he had the fucking knife on me. He had it like a inch away from my fucking like the middle of my chest, if that makes sense. Like right where my stomach would be, that's where he had like an inch, like very close. So as soon as he did that, I like sort of just fucking punched him, right? And I don't know what came over this guy that was robbing me, but he didn't use the knife. He fucking just did not use it. Thank God he didn't, because that would have hurt a lot. And we just ended up getting in a little tickle fight, a little pillow fight, as you do. He tackled me on the sidewalk. We crashed into a parked car. Well, we got thrown into a parked car. He tackled me. He was on top of me a few times, and he just started just really pounding he grappled on top of me, and as soon as somebody grapples on top of you and gets on top of you, he just started punching one right after the other, one right after the other. Boom, 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 boom. And I just kept blocking them, and he said, "Good try, little N-word." And he wasn't even black, which was the weird part. He said, "Good try, little N-word," which was he was native. He was First Nations, which was very weird. And then he just got up, and then he took off. And when I looked up, he didn't have my bag. I was laying there for a bit. I don't know how long I was laying there, but it was cold. It was snowing. I was laying on the sidewalk. I was bleeding. So I finally sat up, and then I looked, and my bag was still there. So I was like, sweet, fought for my bag. Algebra homework, you're getting signed in tomorrow, or you're getting submitted tomorrow, I guess. And yeah, that was really stupid. I could have gotten stabbed that night. And then eventually, after wandering around the intersection a bit, it was an intersection. Uh, some cars came by, and one of them was a couple in a truck, in a white truck, and they stopped and they said, "What's wrong?" Or no, I think I kind of just came out. Yeah, I came out in the middle of the street, waving my hands, bleeding from my nose like a madman in the middle of the night in the ghetto. So I'm surprised they stopped. They seemed like a nice white couple. So they stopped and they gave me what's it called? Toilet paper or tissue paper. And I said "God bless you" to them, which was so weird. I've never said "God bless you" to anyone in my entire life, but to them I was like, "God bless you." That wasn't all that happened. They asked like what happened. I told them what happened and like where they went off to, and the relayed that what I said to the dispatch, and dispatch sent a cruiser off to me. First a canine unit. The first cruiser that came by was a canine unit, so I couldn't get into their vehicle, which sucked because I was cold, I was shivering and shaking, and I saw a car, and I thought it was for me, so I like went to reach for the door handle, and he was like, "No, you're not allowed in. Don't fucking open that door." And they just sort of kept me waiting, and they relayed what was happening on the radio, like, "Hey, yeah, okay, suspect is, or victim is here," or whatever the fuck what word he used to describe me. He's here. No suspects aren't here. Fled the scene. Victim seems to be shaking. And I was like, yeah. I thought to myself, yeah, I am fucking shaking. Good of you to notice, man. Then finally, that's when they sent another cruiser that I could sit in the back of. By the way, the back of cruisers, there you have plastic seats in Canada, which is really fucking uncomfortable. I never really thought about it. That was my first time in the back of a cruiser. It was really uncomfortable. You have plastic seats. Where's the comfort, huh? Where's the comfort? Police. Nah, I get it. People throw up. And it's easier to clean. That was a nice story. Let me take another toke. So yeah, that's the story of how I've been robbed. That was crazy. I guess I should press yes to this question, right? And I can read the other one while I'm putting another AirPod, uh, THC pod into my pen. I have a 510 thread. If anyone knows what that is, it's just like a twist on. The dispensaries, they sell these little capsules, and that's what you twist onto your pen. Are you prone to headaches or migraines? No, I'm not actually, which is weird. Do you look at the ground when you walk? I think it's circumstantial, right? Oh, I guess that's what they told us at the beginning. They said, you have to come up with the circumstances. Yeah, I think it's important to look where you walk, just because you could avoid dangerous things. So yes, I think I do. Are you attracted to the opposite sex? I am. Yeah. Girls are very nice. Would you shave your head? I have actually. I have. There was a moment where I shaved my head. I lead a very interesting life. Are you attracted to muscular bodies? Yeah, I'd say I am. You ever dance when no one is looking? Yeah, when I'm alone in my room. Do you trust your best friend entirely? No, fucking never. If they ain't blood, then I don't fucking trust them. Actually, no, I've just never met anyone that I've trusted more than family up until now, as of making this video. Do you remember your childhood extremely well? No, I really want to know more about this. This is a really good question. I want to know more. This is from my viewers. If anyone ever watches this on YouTube down the road, I'd really like to know, like, if anyone remembers their childhood extremely well, because I, for one, don't, and I think that's very weird. The most I remember from my childhood is like scenes from a movie, you know? Only moments, never really the whole thing. And then my childhood is like sort of like cutting from one scene, and when that ends, to the next. I've never really memorized it extremely well. I'm sure there are people, but I think it has something to do with like it making room for your adult memories. I think that's it. Would you rob a bank if you could get away with it? Yes. Would you rob a bank if you could get away with it? That is breaking the law. But if I could get away with it, imagine how much money I would have. And mind you, I'm never going to fucking be in a position where I could rob a bank and get away with it. So, yeah, I would. Imagine all the bank you could get from it. Do you ever dream about running from a killer? Uh, Not that I remember. I hear that's very terrifying though, and you run very slowly or you punch very slowly. That I've had where you like feel like you're punching or running underwater. Do you ever dream about falling off a cliff? Yes, it's fucking terrifying. Do you ever dream about being naked in public? Not that I remember. I don't remember my dreams extremely well. Do you enjoy scary movies or books? Occasionally, yeah, I do. Oh, oops, I pressed the wrong one. There we go. Do you enjoy comedic television shows or movies? I do. Stand-up comedy is where it's at. I love watching those, man. Tom Segura, Bert Kreischer's alright. He kind of got stale after a while. What's another one? There's another. Bill Burr is another really good one. I think he's one of my favorites. Theo Vaughn just kind of seems like a stupid person. I don't really like him all that much. But Bill Burr actually seems like he has thoughts in his head, so that's good. Theo Vaughn seems like he's always having the thought at that moment, you know? He never really has any pre-existing notions of what's going on. He just sort of takes it as it is, go with the flow type of deal. Tom Segura and Bill Burr are very funny. I guess Joe Rogan is as well, but I don't really watch his stand-up. I watched his one stand-up on YouTube, I think. But that's about it. Do you like being... Oh, and John Mulaney is okay. I watched him. Like, for the first time, he's really funny. I liked him. And Randy the puppet. Yes. Oh, and the midget. What's that one midget? Williams something? Brad Williams or something? Bradley Williams? I don't know. He's a midget stand-up comic, and he's really funny. I really like him. Same thing with Randy. He's a puppet. Jeff Dunham is okay, but I don't really like Jeff Dunham that much. But Randy is another puppet like thing, but it's actually funny. I really like it. Randy on Gumtree is a video I watched on. Randy visits Gumtree or something. That one's really funny. Do you like being the center of attention? No, I really don't. Just because it's a lot of work, a lot of responsibility. Like, oh shit, people are watching me. What should I do? Do you feel like something is always watching you? Yeah, I do. Always. Like, just in life? Yeah, I do. You ever wonder what it would be like to go to space? I do. Probably very difficult. Very fast. Have you ever had an out-of-body experience? No. I wish I could though. They seem very interesting. Have you ever punched a nun? Yeah, guys, punched a nun. Sorry, so you had to find out this way, but I have punched a nun. No, I haven't. What a weird question the game has asked. No, I haven't. Do you like dogs better than cats? No, I don't. Dogs are very energetic. Do you prefer to read more than you prefer to watch movies? Do you prefer to read more? No, I like watching. I'm very visual. Are you still wondering why I asked you if you've ever punched a nun? Yeah, I am. I am wondering why. Do you get starstruck easily? Yeah. Do you hate going to big parties and social gatherings? I do. Is your favorite part of your birthday receiving presents? No, it's the eating of food and everybody talking at once. I love it. Seriously though, have you ever punched a nun, like, really, just BAM! Right in the face? Nun punch! No man, I can't say I have. Why do you ask me though? Please, did you laugh? Yeah, I did. It was a little chuckle, thank you. I needed that. Did you say what the fuck in your head? Are you even allowed? No, I didn't. But you know, it was a very weird. I did say in my head, this is a weird question. Are you now eager to somehow get the opportunity to punch a nun sometime soon? No, no. Nuns are all right by me. Me and nuns are pretty cool. I wouldn't punch a nun. If there's a hell, do you think you're going to it? Yeah, yeah. I've laughed at some pretty fucked up shit. So I'd say I am. Do you enjoy fantasy fiction games? Yeah, I love those. Fantasy fiction like Mass Effect? Yeah, I'm all about that. Mass Effect game series is like by like all time, like by far my favorite game series ever. That is the first game series that I've actually cried to. I was really young when I played it for the first time, but it was really fun. I bought like the whole trilogy as is, like for like on sale for like $20 I think, which is a really good deal. Or I think I got it for like $10 a piece, I think, which is still really. Do you masturbate frequently? I didn't even look at the screen. I wasn't looking at the screen. I was just talking about Mass Effect. Okay, whenever I read a question, I think it's important to fucking add some backstory to this. Whenever I read a question, I like look down and I focus in thought and I like really try to remember memories that I've had, okay? And when I do that, I look down. So as soon as the next one starts, I don't look at it. I'm just like looking down. And then when I'm done off on my little tangent, then I look up and then I read it. Do you masturbate frequently? Yeah, almost daily. Why do you want to know? Let me just readjust my seating position. Sorry. I'm getting uncomfortable here. Okay. Adjust my seat. And then I can sit back down. How long have I been going for? An hour 30, eh? Nice. At least that's how long the stream has been going for. Now, an hour 34. To be exact. Let me take another toke. Yeah, why, are you wondering what constitutes as frequently? Nah, I just thought every day. Like, frequently is pretty self-explanatory, you know, frequently. It stands for often or something, you know. Isn't that an addiction too? Like beating your schmeat? What did he call it? A sex addict? I don't think that's a real thing. I think you just gotta stop being so horny and show some self-restraint, which is what I do when it hurts. What's that one Tom Segura skit? Like, you can only masturbate so many times before you go, I mean, I'm gonna do it again, but it hurts right now, so let me do something else. That one's pretty funny. No, frequently is pretty self-explanatory. Are you more than slightly uncomfortable right now? No, I just got comfortable actually. So no, I'm good. Is your mouth dry? Hmm. I don't know, game. I really don't know. Now that you mention it, I should take another shot of pop. I just realized that the game brought up having a dry mouth, and I went to go take a drink. I hope I hope there's nothing to that. What an interesting game. I didn't think it would be this fun for RPG Maker. I guess RPG Maker games can be pretty fun, eh? Good to know. But as far as gameplay goes, not really that great. RPG Maker isn't great on the gameplay. Is your mouth dry? Not anymore, but it was. Excuse me. I think only Karens matter if profanity is spoken and like it makes them uncomfortable. You know, like hey, watch your language, mister. Or teachers. That's just because they're being professional. They don't actually care, you know. Does profanity make you uncomfortable? No, I'm not one of those people. Do you believe in legendary beasts such as the Loch Ness Monster or Bigfoot? Hmm. No. Wait. Yes. Yeah. Because there's this one story that my cousins, I have a big family. My cousins told me a story of them seeing a gnome one time while we were out in the back having a sesh. For those of you who don't know, that is when you get in a circle and pass around a marijuana cigarette. So yeah, that's what we were doing, and it was a really nice time. And I got really freaked out because they were telling us the story about how they were in a back alley one time, and like the grass was taller on the sides, and they saw something shuffling in the tall grass on the sides of the back alley at night when they were kids, and they saw this little gnome like it was really short, but it was really quick. So the only way it could be really quick is if it waddled and it had glowing orange eyes. So it would waddle and it would giggle. And I guess I don't believe that, but I think there are like some aspects of like my faith that I have to say yes to this question because I'm pretty sure like some mystical creatures like show up in our stories. So yes. Are you poor with money management? Wow, what a very fucking personal question that's random. Was this isn't a psych test, it said, but fucking A, do I feel like it's an interrogation. Are you poor with money management? I am. I'm in a financial literacy class right now for school. To work on that, alright? To budget and to learn what the fuck like taxes and interest rates are. Do you enjoy solving mathematical puzzles? Hmm. Hmm. No. No, I don't. Too dumb for them. I have done them, but I had to think if I actually enjoyed doing them or not. Do you speak? Do you speak more than one language fluently? No, I don't, but imagine how cool it would be. God, I want to learn. The languages that I would like to learn are Spanish, French, and Japanese. Oh, and Cree, obviously. So how many languages is that? That is Japanese, 1. That is Cree, 2. Spanish, 3. And British. I'm stupid. Uh, and French, 4. No, I don't speak more than one frequently. I'm really trying to make sure I got the addition correct, because I'm currently being very dumb right now and having a brain fart. Okay, Cree, French, Spanish, and Japanese. Yeah, that's 4. For some reason, I don't really feel a high need to learn my native language. It's because I was never taught, and I never made an effort to growing up. So I don't really feel that much of a connection to it. But French, because I live in Canada and there's French Canadians, so I would like to live in the French part of Canada, if anywhere. And Japanese, because I would like to go there and just see the sights. I really like Japan just because I was a fucking nerd when I was a kid, or when I was younger. So I watched a lot of anime, and I guess going to Tokyo and living that fucking dream has always been like, it just stuck with me throughout my whole life, and it's still there. So it's a nice location. It has its problems. It's not Disneyland, but it's really, really, really good looking. It has problems with like assault and all that, and like trains. That's what they need to worry about. I think that's what I hear most stories about. But besides that, it's an okay place. Just needs to work on some of its things. And also going to the traditional locations of interest is also really cool. Do you speak more than one language frequently? No. Have you ever visited a country other than your own? No. I actually never left the country. Wow, now that I think about it, that's lame as fuck. I need to leave the country soon. Uh, there's a lot of this world. I really want to see it before I get too old. I guess I shouldn't worry about that now, but like I gotta hurry up, Gotta pick up the pace if I wanna travel. Do you enjoy coffee? Yes. People say it made you short, but I think it's a lie. I'm okay. I'm a decent height. So I don't know what they're talking about. Do you believe in demons? Yes, I do. Well, we don't call them that. We call them evil spirits. We call these good spirits. Yes, I do. Are you afraid of sharks? Uh, hmm. Are you afraid of sharks? Yeah. Yeah, they're pretty scary. You prefer baths over showers? Nope. That's weird. Does the smell of perfume or cologne give you headaches? Nope. Did you see that shadow move in your room a few moments ago? Let me look. It is. I don't have any of the lights on, but it's. I don't think I see any shadows, weird plague doctor guy. No, I didn't. Do you ever hear your name being called even when you know no one is calling it? No. No. It reminds me of doppelgangers. We actually believe in that. Weirdly enough, I asked my mom, and yeah, if you ever see your own doppelganger, it's really bad luck. It's like, imagine seeing your own doppelganger, like exactly you in real life, just somewhere. But yeah, if somebody else says they saw you walking around, or if somebody else sees your doppelganger, then that's bad luck. Which has happened to me sometimes. Like I was babysitting for this one family, right? Like a family friend. Actually relatives, just distant relatives. So he texted me like, "Hey, weren't you around with your girl downtown?" Uh, and I was like, "No," and I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Yeah, you were. You were wearing this, and this was blue, and this was green, and like that was blue." And sure enough, like I was wearing blue, green, and like blue, and she was wearing blue, green, blue, or whatever, weird colors, but like it was like an exact match, and I'd be like, "Oh fuck." When I heard that, I was like, "Oh, that's sent a chill down my spine." Uh, Do things in your home often go missing and then reappear later? Yes. Are you trying to make me paranoid? Do you ever hear footsteps around you when you're not alone? Yeah. Yeah. That's not paranoia. That before it happened, it wasn't paranoia. It was just other reasons, spiritual, I believe. It happened in like the other house where I said I saw that fucking 7.5 foot tall black figure at the end of the hallway. Yeah. That same house. I heard footsteps and all that. Do you ever hear random knocking noises around you? Yeah, yeah, I do. Sometimes it's the house settling. You know, the house settles. That is true. Do you often look at the same time on the clock every day? No. No, I don't. Have you ever felt your feet being grabbed at night while sleeping? No. Do you have any pets? I used to. Up until very recently, I had to give it away. Is your favorite color green? Cats. Cats are way better. Is your favorite color green? It's not. I really don't have a favorite color. I'm not a child, but if I did have one, it would have to be purple. Like a shade of purple is really nice. Are you attracted to a family member? What does that mean? Are you attracted to a family member, like, romantically? That's a weird game. No. What are you getting at? This game is actually getting really weird. Whatever, man. This is, just take it as is, and then when we finish it, we'll recap, alright? But I just want to say it as it's happening. That was a really fucking weird question. If you won the lottery, would you share the money with anyone? With only like one person, and that's like my ma. You know, anyone else can go fuck themselves. My ma, she would know what to do. She would yeah, like separate it amongst the family, and I would have my portion, which would be the biggest, obviously, because I won the fucking thing. If you won the lottery, would you share the money with anyone? Yeah, yeah, I would. Make sure everyone's taken care of in the family. If you could be the dictator of your own country, would you accept the role? Hmm. Yeah, yeah, I would. Like you said, everybody would like to be the good person, but no, I'm gonna be honest. Being a dictator, that seems pretty fucking sick. Getting the best of everything, like having like all the newest games and like all the best food and everything. That's great. You ever wonder what it would be like to be in prison? Uh, I mean, I just think you would work out a lot, right? That's the only thing you could do is just work out a lot. I guess so. Do you like fishing? No, I do not. Do you like hunting? I've never done it, so no. Do you like camping? Yes, that I do like. I do like camping. Do you like guns? Not gonna lie, I do. They're pretty badass. Are you getting tired of answering questions? Honestly, man, not really. Would you consider yourself to be kinky? I'd say so. Weird questions. They're getting weirder and weirder. Eyes are the window to the soul. Do you agree? Yeah, yeah, I'd say so. Because if somebody is like blank eyes, like you could tell like they're not in the present and they're not into the conversation. And like if they have distant eyes or the 1,000 yard stare, then yeah. You know, like if they're looking at something but they're not really looking at it, then yeah, that's how you can tell. So I'd say that's a true statement. But if they're like really excited or if they're really into something and they're really energetic about it and enthusiastic about it or a topic that they're talking about and their eyes light up, then yeah, that's really cute. You can like tell like when they're enthusiastic about something. So, yeah. Eyes are the window to the soul. You can learn a lot through the eyes, whether someone's genuine or not. Do you always keep your promises? No. I really wish I did, but no, I don't. I try to, but no, I don't. I honestly haven't made that many promises in my life. I've stopped, if anything. Let me take a shot of pop, please and thank you. would you ever completely trust somebody who's lied to you? Not completely, no, I wouldn't. Are you an only child? No, I have a big family. Native. Do you enjoy being drunk? Yeah, I do. I do. I don't do it because I kind of got too into wine and hard spirits, which is an addiction that I've stopped, thankfully. Now it's just THC, cigarettes, and coffee, and I guess masturbation. Since this game is making me think about it. Oh, damn. 18 plus game here. Mature audiences only. What is that? ERSB rating? ESRB? ERSB. Anyway, do you enjoy being drunk? Yes. I don't do it anymore, but yeah. I have. Do you like tattoos? Yes, they're sick. Imagine a sleeve that's only black. Amazing. That's like actually detailed and beautiful looking. That has a style on it or something. Pattern. Look great. Do you enjoy being high in any form? Yes. Do you believe you have a soul? I do. Did you cry this week? No. What day is it today? It's Friday. Did I cry at all this week? No. No, I did not. Not a single time. Are you upset with someone right now? No. Yeah. I mean brotherly shit, right? I mean there's always like somebody in the family that like that did something that's annoys you or is doing something that annoys you. It's always something going on. Are you upset with someone right now? But like that's not a huge deal, right? Like it's just no, I'm not upset with anyone right now. You know, I'm not like, and no, I'm not. Is there someone you're not being completely honest with daily? Damn. What's the circumstances of this question? Is there someone you're not being completely honest with daily? Why would I tell anyone everything about my day? That implies that I'm like going through my day with somebody and I'm recounting the day's events honestly. Why would I do that? I'm overthinking this in the wrong way, I guess. It's just asking if truthful to somebody. Somebody that I talk to daily. Uh, yeah, I'd say so. Do you understand how this works yet? And I honestly don't. No, I'm just answering face value, man. If you answer the questions twice... Oh, interesting. It's telling us. If you answer the questions twice, your truths may change. It's not just about answering the questions. It's about the time you spend answering them. The combination you answer them in. It's about how many different variables you'd never guess. Do you understand? Okay. Okay, so every single one. Have these all been similar? I need to, I'm gonna look at the recording after this, and because I really want to know if all the questions have been similar. I know to people who are watching this, they have an extra set of eyes. They're not paying attention to the same thing I'm paying attention to necessarily. You know, they're more observant because they're just watching. So they probably did answer the same questions. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it's saying right now. You'd never guess. Do you understand? Yeah, I do. Because you're making up variables in your mind that changes the outcome, or your outcome, your answer. The combination you answer them, it's... Okay, yes, I do. Are you wondering if the end of the test is coming soon based on the previous question you just answered? Yes. If I were to tell you that this entire process was planted here for you, specifically you, to learn something about yourself, and anyone else that bothers using this is just a byproduct of its intention, would you believe it? This is... You're about to see the height of my intelligence. I need to reread this just because it's too smart for me. It sounded too smart anyway. If I were to tell you that this entire process was planted here for you, specifically you, to learn something about yourself, and anyone else that bothers using this is just a byproduct of its intention, would you believe that? And its intention is to figure out something about itself. So it's sort of like a loop, like a freaky circle. What's that one character from Thor Underworld or the Dark World or something? Korg? It's not a circle. It's more of a freaky circle. I want to read this a third time just because I want to see if it is actually that. If I were to tell you that this entire process was planned here for you, specifically you, to learn something about yourself, so its intention was for me to learn something about myself, and anyone else that bothers using this is just a byproduct of its intention. Yeah, I would believe that. I would. Yeah, it is a freaky circle. Are you afraid of being abandoned? Is this a therapy session? Did I pay $3 for a therapy session? Cheapest therapy session I've ever gotten. Alright, let's continue. Are you afraid of dying alone? Yes, I am. Do you worry that one day you'll be unexpectedly murdered? Honestly, no. It's weird to think, but I kind of like... It's weird to think, but I'm like... It's a relief. Like, at least it ended quickly and I didn't know about it. I'm giving out a little bit too much information here. No, I can't say I don't. I can't say I fear it. Are you always on guard, waiting to fend off an attack? What the fuck, dude? Yes. Do you feel like I know you yet? No, 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 no. Fuck you. I'm stopping this right here and now, alright? You're a fucking liar. You're just doing some psychological shit, alright? He's still got plenty of shit wrong, alright? So, no. Do you feel like I know you yet? No. You don't know me, game. Have you ever heard any strange noises while answering these questions? Have you guys heard any strange noises? I'm gonna lie, I've had my volume kind of low just because I forgot to raise it. No. Have you heard any strange noises while answering these questions? No. I think we have enough information about you. Oh shit, what's happening? Whether you skipped questions, answered honestly or dishonestly, took loads of time to respond, or answered quickly without reading or understanding properly, I've been able to tell. I'm calculating your results. I'm analyzing you very carefully. I'm judging you. The fuck is this game? Based on what you've told me, this is what I can conclude. People don't understand you completely, do they? You're a lot more complicated than people think you are. They don't give you enough credit because they can't understand what you've got going on deep inside. Well, this seems very egotistical. Is this game telling me I have a huge ego? Look at this. Look, who would believe in this? I don't believe in this. People don't understand you. It's like some fucking sappy poetry entry. People don't understand me. They don't. I'm a lot more complicated than people think I am. They don't give me enough credit because they can't understand what I'm going through on the inside. You know what I mean? Like, this is so... Alright, let's just keep going. I don't like this so far. You may not always like everything about yourself. You may even give yourself way too hard of a time, but trust me, you've got some natural talents that will take you very far in life. It's imperative that you embrace that fact. That reminded me of something funny. I was in a food and drink course, just to get some certificates, like if you're in Canada, like food safety, like all those, CPR, and first aid, and that liquor license, and a few other ones. So yeah, the reason I bring that up is because I had an instructor. His name was Mr. Steele, and what he or no, I thought it was Mr. Steele, but it was actually Mr. Seal. So the entire time he taught me, I kept saying Mr. Steele because I thought it was cool, you know. And he had like steel hair, like gray hair, so I thought it fit. But but then he finally wrote it down, and it said Mr. Seal, and I was like, oh, oh, I've been mispronouncing your name this entire time, haven't I, dude? And he's like, yeah. But anyway, the reason I bring that up is because he told me, like, near the end, he just took me Like, what we did in that course, we just cooked and did a bunch of service nights for a bunch of big heads in the food industry in my city. You know, just big names in Saskatoon in the food industry. And if it went well, they would hire us, right? If we impressed them. So one of these nights, after it happened, he pulled me aside and he said, like, you're really talented, but I'm getting tired of having to keep telling you that. Which I know, like, it's like not supposed to be funny. It's actually really smart, and I really like that quote, and I really like it. If you really think about it, like, you are very talented, but I'm getting tired of having to tell you that. What it meant, or what I thought it meant, is people are capable of great things. It's just themselves that limit them. Now, I ain't no Harvard graduate, so I probably explained that very poorly. But what I'm trying to say is nobody really limits you. It's only yourself. As long as you set your mind to it, you can do it. But if you have low self-esteem or you don't think you can do it, then you'll never know. And it's not up to other people to constantly reassure you that what you're doing is good. You have to be confident and gain confidence in your work. You have to know that you are doing good. And how you do that is you try for the first few times, and then the first time somebody says, "Hey, you're doing that really well," you use that and you keep trying to follow that. And if it's worse than that, then you don't make it, or you don't serve it out like a dish. You don't serve out that dish if it's not up to par. Anyway, yeah, that's weird. I don't know why I got sidetracked there. Oh, right, it's because you got some natural talents that will take you very far in life. It's imperative that you embrace that fact. Thanks, game. For $3, you're very supportive. Thank you. The only way you're going to fail is if you let the doubt of others pull you down. The only way you're going to fail is if you start believing what others may think of you. Do not let them win. You're one of a kind, truly remarkable. As a matter of fact, I get the sense that you don't even realize or understand just how special you can be. But ultimately, your path is entirely up to you. There's a strong possibility you're going to let it all slip away just as easily as you can become an incredibly successful star. But the results are yours for the taking. Not everyone has that luxury. You, however, do. There's a strong possibility that you're going to let it all slip away just as easily as you can become an incredibly successful star. But the results are yours for the taking. Not everyone has that luxury. You, however, do. Interesting. So my advice to you is to listen to your gut. Go out there and get the life you want to have. Do not live your days in regret. It is not yet too late. I believe in you. Your secret word is blessing. Remember this word. This will come in handy. Take the secret word that was assigned to you at the end of your session and leave it in a comment for us. We will be selecting some of you based on your answers to be included in a future project we're currently working on. Interesting. Don't be afraid. This is an opportunity for you to be a part of history. This is a chance for you to be a part of something greater. Be sure to note your secret word in your comments. If you do not wish to be part of an upcoming project, simply leave your secret word out of your comments, and we will not select your name. We appreciate any and all comments you leave, and we always read them thoroughly. Thank you for taking the time to answer these questions. I know they've been of some help to you, and if they aren't yet, it will all make sense very soon. Trust me on that. Credits: Crystal Fox, Jessica Reyes, and Joshua Benson. Credits to Yanfley and Terax for script help. Nice. Good job, you guys. You made a neat little thinker of a game.